Hello and welcome to the TES Secondary Maths Resource of the Week number 8 for the 2016 to 2017 academic year with me, Craig Barton. And we have a lovely resource for your Year 10 and Year 11 students here. Multi-Stage Problem Solving by C. Christian. A wonderful resource. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I take in my Year 10 or 11 mock papers to mark, before I even open a page, I can guarantee, and I'll even put 50p on this, that the place they're going to have dropped the most of their marks is going to be some multi-mark question, around about question 8, 9, 10, something like that. Worth, you know the ones, they're worth 4, 5, 6 marks. It's slightly unusual, it's in a strange context, the kids aren't entirely sure what they need to do, there's a lot of text going on, a lot of steps going on. And even the best kids, even the most able kids, the highest achieving kids, just fall apart sometimes on these. And it's frustrating, right? Because then when you go through it in class, one of two things happen. Either kids say, I didn't know what the question was asking me, or they say, flipping heck, I didn't know what topic it was, I didn't realise it was so easy, and it's a really frustrating experience for everybody concerned. So how do we tackle this? Well, this resource goes a long way to helping. It's a PowerPoint. There's also a PDF available, but that's kind of just a version of the PowerPoint. So just download the PowerPoint and you're good to go. And let's have a look at it and talk about how we can use it. Now, the first thing that may set alarm bells off is this 2015 to 16. And you might be thinking, well, wait a minute, the GCSE specifications changed. These are no longer relevant. If anything, they're more relevant than ever. All the work that I've done looking at the new specs and so on suggests to me that more and more problems are going to be unstructured, combining different areas of mathematics and so on. All of these problems are relevant, more relevant than ever, so don't worry about that. Slide 2 gives you a really nice kind of structure to this, and I like this structure. Each problem uses a 10-minute starter. This is big. Show the problem and give 5 minutes. Give the students 5 minutes to work on their own. No prompts, no discussions. 5 minutes. Now, for a lot of students, those 5 minutes will be painful and they will make no progress whatsoever during them. And you'll be tempted to dip in and help them or let them talk or so on. I'd be strong. I'd say to the kids, come on, 5 minutes you're on your own. You're going to get support after that, but what can you do in 5 minutes? I like to say to them, it's a 5-mark question. Can you get me 1 mark? Can you write me down something that means I can give you 1 mark in those 5 minutes? And it's just about teasing the kids to get them started. If you need to during those 5 minutes, if it's looking like it's a flipping disaster, feel free to reveal some prompts, and there's some lovely prompts throughout there. But I'd be tempted to have those 5 minutes, kids working on their own, and then start doing the prompts after that. And then this bit, dead important, discuss solutions and model the thinking. I did a lot of work last year with our Year 11s on a walking, talking mock where I acted like I was taking on the questions as a student, and I would articulate my thinking out loud about how I read the question and keywords and so on. And I think that's really important for you to do some modelling of the thinking and of course discussing the strategies. And this bit, dead important as well, use the problems on a regular basis. No point whatsoever just kind of doing these 2 weeks before the exam or whatever. This needs to be churned out. I'm saying once a week as a minimum. So let's have a look. Some nice, really nice prompts here. What's the question asking me? What information do I have? What maths will we using? That's a big one there. Often kids aren't aware what topic the problem covers. What calculation should I be doing? How can I check my answers correct? Now, they could be printed out as little prompt cards that you could have on the desks or around the room or wherever, because I think that's a really good kind of 4-stage strategy for approaching problems. Anyway, let's have a look at these problems. So you get these classics now, and this has been animated, so if I just do a full screen, you'll see the question there without those prompts. So you can project that up on the board, or you can print it out, or so on. It's just missing off there where I've kind of started the video. This is the 3-mark question. So bang that up on the board, and yeah, follow the prompts through and see how the kids get on with it. And as the authors pointed out, you can just bang these prompts up whenever you feel the need to. Really well thought out prompts for the kids to take on. But the question I really wanted to show you is this next one. Now, those of you who are familiar with Edexcel will have recognised this question, and it's a flipping nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. And we've seen questions like this before, and there's just, again, it's a 3-marker, and kids really struggle to get their heads around this, in my experience. So again, bang that one up on the board, and then we've got some lovely prompts going on for the kids. Yeah, again, that one's just cut off slightly from the bottom, but really nice prompts to use as and when you want. And I love that bottom one as well. What's the difference between your two answers and so on. And then even better, look at that. Could you ask for more than that? Flipping work solutions as well. And the vast majority of these questions have some really, really, really nice work solutions that you can either bang up on the board, or you can use yourself for checking, or you can see different approaches. And that's quite a nice one actually. Once you've discussed through your approach, bang this up on the board, a work solution, and say, is that the same approach we've taken? Is it a different approach? Would they get all the marks? Do you prefer it? Do you not prefer it? And so on. And there's flipping loads of these questions, 69 slides worth, and they cover a whole different host of mathematics. Look, you've got angles and algebra in there. You've got your classic kind of real life percentage style problems, profit, loss, total cost, all that kind of stuff. Flipping heck, this one causes an absolute nightmare often. We've got double conversions going on in this 4-mark question and so on. So loads and loads of questions, and if your kids are anything like mine, marks are going to come tumbling on these unless these are used nice and early. So here's my advice. I would start using these either once a week or twice a week in my year 10 or my year 11 lessons, and I will be following the format as outlined at the start of this PowerPoint. And obviously feel free to adapt it if you've got other ideas or it works better with your students. But that'll just mean the kids get more comfortable with this, and it'll be painful at first, both for you and for them. They'll really, really struggle, but they'll get better and better and better, and they'll be better prepared for this new GCSE, which is going to be flipping hard. They'll be better prepared for it than they would have been had you not used this kind of resource. So I just think this is a wonderful, wonderful resource. Anyway, give it a go. Hop back on here to share a review if you've liked it, and I shall return with a fresh resource of the week next week. Take care, and bye for now.